and I type things in, people don't understand. Turn that camera on, ugly, and tell your lies. Don't type your lies. Tell them.
Treat me nice. Not just because the camera's on, not just because people are watching, but because he genuinely felt like that. Not because I was paying his bills. Not because I was taking care of his kids.
The whole culture is buzzing because Remy Ma just broke down in public after everyone started whispering that Papoose might have proposed to boxing champ Claressa Shields. This is the same Remy who always moved strong, always talked loyalty, always stood 10 toes down, and suddenly she looked like somebody pulled the floor from under her. Fans could see it all over her face, even when she tried to laugh it off like it was nothing.
I don't like every time your current come up situation, I'ma drag you. And every time you bring your little girly self on here and saying something, I'ma drag you. Every time, Willie.
Claressa hopped on Instagram, showing off a massive diamond ring, calling out engaged, and the whole internet froze instantly. People didn't need a detective to figure out the message. That ring wasn't for decoration.
You see this big old ring on my finger? Bling-a-ding-ding-ding. Engaged.
If the rumors were right, then Pap, the man who built his whole public identity around holding Remy down through everything, might have been starting a brand new chapter with somebody else. And while Claressa was flexing, Remy was going live too, smiling one minute, swallowing pain the next, trying to pretend her world wasn't crashing in real time. And look, this one hits different.
You know, the conversation that she spoke about when I said, I'll marry you, it was like a bad time because she was basically on trial. And that particular day, she was very upset. And she was saying things like, you know, nobody's going to be there for me. Nobody's going to support me. I'm going to lose the case.
Remy and Pap ain't just another celebrity situationship. They're the couple folks always pointed to when they needed proof that real love still existed in hip-hop. 15 years together, a wedding, matching energy, a whole story built on loyalty. People thought nothing could shake that bond. But clearly something cracked a long time ago. Behind the cute interviews and the ride or die narrative, things were apparently falling apart quietly. Remy later admitted the relationship had been dead for a while, and Pap fired back saying she had stepped out on him more than once. That back and forth was ugly, emotional, and way too raw for the people who grew up rooting for them.
I knew that she was the one for me. Every time she wasn't with me, I would miss her so much. So that kind of helped me decide, like, I can't be without this person.
It wasn't about who cheated first anymore. It was about who stopped protecting the marriage. Then Claressa Shields entered the picture, popping up beside Pap like she'd been there the whole time, smiling like she knew exactly what she was doing. Fans started asking the obvious. Isn't he still married? But Claressa didn't blink. She slid into his world like she belonged there, showing affection publicly.
So I did a little bit more research, connect a couple more dots, I finds out. She tells me this. Okay, I finds out. Mind you, it's not the first time she cheated.
Talking about how close they'd gotten and treating him like he'd been her man forever. Soon, the shade turned into straight jabs. Claressa went online claiming she treats Pap like a king, which felt like a direct hit at Remy without saying her name. Then she went on an interview acting like Remy was being emotional, and that comment set the whole internet on fire. Fans watched this love triangle unfold like a championship fight.
That used to work for sanitation, got a pension plan, got a 401k, that happens to rap, was able to overcome your manipulation.
Remy in one corner, Claressa in the other, and Pap standing in the middle pretending he didn't hear the bell ring. When Claressa posted that engaged ring and the internet exploded, she tried to backtrack hours later, saying the clip was old. But nobody believed that for a second. The timing was too perfect. The hairstyle was too new. The caption was too bold. It looked like she got caught flexing, then tried to clean it up because Pap might still be legally married, and that could get messy fast. Meanwhile, Papoose stayed quiet.
The rumor I heard, you then slipped into the DMs and offered him VIP tickets to the fight.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, you know what?
She did.
which made everything even more suspicious. Silence like that always makes fans think something real is going on behind the scenes. Remy wasn't quiet, though. She went live again, calling Pap a wife, telling him to sign the divorce papers, and saying the man she sees now is not the man she married. And the pain in her voice made it obvious. She wasn't over him the way she claimed. People close to her said she's been jumping between anger and heartbreak, blasting Pap one day and talking about healing the next.
Every day, and when I'm not with him, we're on the phone every day, and we're talking, and we're FaceTiming, and, you know, we love each other.
It's the raw emotional chaos you get when your pride and your love get hit at the same time. Fans felt bad for her, but couldn't ignore the irony. Remy spent years telling women not to let a man play them, yet now she looked like she couldn't let go. And when Claressa doubled down by throwing subtle jabs online while promoting her boxing match, things went from drama to disaster. Real fans didn't even care about the truth anymore. They picked sides. Team Remy, Team Claressa.
Nah, I mean, she made her post and whatever, and that was about it. But like I said, women are women. They're very emotional creatures.
Everybody had an opinion, and social media became a battlefield instantly. The most confusing part was Claressa's mixed messages. One minute, she said the ring was from an old relationship. The next minute, she was posting about my man and celebrating an anniversary. And since Pap stayed silent, fans assumed there was more happening privately than anybody wanted to admit. Right now, the whole situation feels like a slow-motion breakup mixed with public embarrassment and online chaos. Remy is hurt, Claressa is bold, and Pap is quiet. And those three energies combined have the culture glued to every move. It was like Claressa wanted to deny the whole thing while still flexing at the same time. She wanted to shut the rumors down, but couldn't resist showing off that ring like it was a trophy.
It wasn't for me. That's why I just responded how I responded. We're going to promote the movie. We're going to promote the fight. Once again, I fight July 26th. Main event at Little Caesars Arena. Tickets on Ticketmaster. 19,000 people need to be there.
And honestly, if something walks like an engagement, shines like an engagement, and gets posted like an engagement, girl, we all know what's going on. At this point, even the divorce judge probably sitting there confused like, so are y'all together or not? Meanwhile, Pap is out here flipping the script completely. He's telling the world that Remy is secretly calling him, begging him to fix things, and pretending to be strong online while crumbling privately behind the scenes.
Married in 2008. That's not who this is now. Now he's a wife.
He claims she didn't even want the divorce and kept asking him, "Are you done with me?" Like she was scared he finally let go. It's messy, emotional, and honestly feels like both of them are trying to win a sympathy contest instead of healing. They've turned what should have been a simple separation into a full-blown PR fistfight, where both sides are posting subliminals, unfollowing each other, throwing hints, and playing victim for the cameras. Underneath the IG lives and shady captions, you can feel the heartbreak still sitting there. The pawn shop receipts, the deleted texts, the "you miss me, just say that" energy. Come on now, this ain't clean closure.
You see this big old ring on my finger? Bling-a-ding-a-ding-ding.
And all of this while their daughter watches the internet argue about which parent is lying. For gossip lovers, this is peak entertainment. It's not even a divorce anymore. It's a slow-motion train wreck with history behind it. Pap and Remy weren't just married. They were soul-tied, trauma-bonded, locked in for 15 years. That kind of connection doesn't just disappear because somebody buys a new ring. Even when they insult each other, it's obvious they still know each other too well, pushing the exact buttons only your deepest love or deepest hurt can reach. Meanwhile, Claressa's constant talk about being submissive and treating Pap like a king doesn't sound like happiness. It sounds like a flex. Like she's trying to prove she's the upgrade and remind Remy what she couldn't keep. It feels less like a relationship and more like a scoreboard where she's trying to win points in public.
Said she never wanted to get a divorce. She never wanted a divorce, that's correct. And she didn't want to do it peacefully. Yesterday, she started asking me, "Are you done with me? Are you done with me?" I said, "Is that even a question?"
Even when she says she argues with him, she still adds king. That's not romance, that's strategy. At this point, it doesn't feel like a love triangle. It feels like a pay-per-view boxing match where everyone keeps throwing jabs. And the internet is eating it up. Blogs are exaggerating everything. Fake screenshots are circulating, and even that fabricated viral video of Claressa attacking Remy started spreading like wildfire because people want the drama to be real. That's how far this has gone. Lies are starting to feel believable. Claressa is using the spotlight to promote her fights, Pap is staying suspiciously quiet while still benefiting from the attention, and Remy is trying to look peaceful while firing back every other day. Nobody is actually moving on. They're all performing heartbreak in public while pretending they're above it. The truth is buried under memes, shade, and ego. Remy says Claressa won't stop talking about her, but Remy won't stop either. Claressa claims she's happy and blessed, yet she keeps tweeting about loyalty.
Yeah, but I do get a little smart with him though, you know. But yeah, other than that, I talk to Pap like he's king. Even when we argue, still king to me.
Pap is posting about peace while the two women throw daggers online. It's a full-blown digital circus, and he's sitting in the center ring pretending he doesn't see anybody fighting. And honestly, Remy's real heartbreak isn't losing Papoose. It's losing control of the narrative. This was the woman who built her brand on strength, loyalty, unshakable energy. Now she's the one crying on live while the internet dissects her love life like a TV show. She's trending for pain instead of power, and that hits harder than anything. And when she broke down on that live stream, that wasn't about Claressa. It wasn't even about Pap. It was about finally realizing the love she fought tooth and nail to protect had turned into the very thing tearing her apart.
Let's be clear, nobody's scared of nobody. All of that tough talk,
This story isn't over. It's just entering the part where everything gets darker, pettier, and way more emotional. And you already know we're all going to keep watching every second of it.